Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here, coming to you today with Talk About It Tuesday. So this is part 2 of my getting ready for Thanksgiving and things that Boss Lady does. Now this is not, a to-do list for anyone else, but this is what I do to get ready for the holidays. So this week's topic, we're going to be talking about menu planning as well as how I prepare my grocery list and how I go about picking up items that I know I'm going to need to execute my dinner for Thanksgiving. So, the first thing I do is I pull out my Happy Planner. And what I do is I get a section in here and I will start writing down my to-do list as far as, what it is we're going to need for the dinner. So I use my Happy Planner for that. Now, my previous Happy Planner, I had a section with, with actual menus in there, and I packed that one away, so I'm looking for it so I can put it in here. But anyway, that's what I use my Happy Planner for the holidays. So that's the first thing. The second thing I do is I pull out my go-to recipe book. Now, this book was given to me back in 1994, and it was given to me from a cooking class that I went to. Now, the recipes that are in here that came with it, I don't necessarily use them anymore, but I have it full, as you can see, of other recipes. So, there's other recipes in here. There are old menus in here. There's even old different menus from different holidays. So, it keeps me accountable. So when I'm making my menu, sometimes I have I hate to say it, but brain fart. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot this, I forgot that. So if I already have it written down, then it's easier for me to say, okay, let me get my book. Let me, get out a fresh sheet of paper. 2017, here we go. And so that, it helps me be able to create the next menu for, the next holiday. Also, what I have in here is when I do make my menu, a lot of times I have a lot of items on my list that require a lot of eggs. And so I hate to be that person in the kitchen and I'm on a roll of cooking and I run out of eggs, or I run out of butter, or I run out of sugar. So one thing that I do, and I have an old menu from the holidays that I can show you, well, kind of show you, but it's handwritten, so you won't be able to really see it. But anyways, I have a menu right here, and I'll read to you what's on the menu so you can kind of get an idea of a menu that I have prepared for Thanksgiving previous years. So this is back when we were eating pork. So we had turkey, ham, chicken and rice, dressing, greens, corn pudding, green beans, sweet potatoes, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, and dinner rolls. Okay. Then for the desserts, I had sweet potato pies, red velvet cake, lemon pound cake, fried apple pies, and strawberry cake. Now, let me tell you before I go forward, all of those desserts did not stay here in this house. I make desserts for my house, my mother's house, and my daughter's house when I'm cooking and baking for Thanksgiving / Christmas. So a lot of those desserts did not stay in house. But one thing that I saw on here that is bringing me to what I'm about to tell you next is when I was making this menu, I was writing next to the different items how many eggs I needed for each item. So then what I did was I totaled it up, which came up to 22 eggs for this particular menu. So that told me I needed at least, either 2 dozen of eggs or 2 18 counts. So I would have enough for all of this plus breakfast for that particular weekend. So, and then another one, which is a smaller one, this had to be all desserts. But I had like peanut butter cookies, or peanut butter blossoms, brown sugar cookies, lemon blossoms, sweet potato pies, and I have eggs at the top, and then I have how many I needed down the side. So that's something that I do. I also will go through, and I don't have this written down, but I will also go through to see how much butter I need. A lot of times stores will start putting butter on sale. You can get it 2 for $6, or I don't think I've seen 2 for $5, but 2 for $6, 2 for $7. And you can get the sticks of butter. And so I try to make sure I have more than enough butter. I try to have at least, I try to go to Sam's Club. I put it that way, and I get the big pack of the butter. That way I don't run out. what's something else? Another thing I do to prepare for this meal is I go through my spice cabinet. I look at different items that I need for baking as well as for my cooking. So, you know, I'll make sure I have enough cinnamon on hand, enough brown sugar, white sugar, vanilla extract, my ginger if I need that, my nutmeg for sure. Every now and then I'll have a little bit of pumpkin spice that I might, add to my sweet potato pies. That's a secret, but don't tell nobody. Anyway, and then I'll look and make sure I have enough poultry seasoning, enough sage, and then all my other seasonings that I have too. A lot of times, a lot of my seasons are up to date except for like the poultry and the sage. So I'll make sure I have that, which I've already checked. I got enough, but I need to double check my nutmeg and vanilla extract. I believe I have enough cinnamon on hand. So, but I will do that again once I prepare this list, because I'm getting ready to do that. Now, in preparation for doing that and trying to get this mess to look somewhat more decent, I bought the Create 65 Happy Planner menu edition. Or not so much menu edition. I guess this would be more like the recipe cards or whatever. And yes, it's the recipe cards, recipe edition. And I picked this up, never used it. I've had it for 2 years, but I've been holding on to it because I want to just get a day where I can just sit and write down all my recipes. Because I have a lot of recipes in here, in this section here, that are just written down on paper. And it's because I'll be on the phone and I'll get a recipe and I'll jot it down real fast. Or I'm at work, someone gives me a recipe, I'll jot it down real fast. And so now I want to go ahead and complete this, you know, just to make it look neater. You know, I'm going to get I want a new cover set. I'm not going to add it to my Happy Planner. I'm going to have it be in its own, so that way it can go in the cabinet with my book here. Actually, it may actually take the place of the book. So that's where I'm at with that. But what I also do to get prepared for this meal is I start picking up items prior to the meal, prior to the week of, because I don't like last minute grocery shopping, and I don't like to shop like the day before because the stores are really packed. So what I do is, like, here we are in October, I like to pick up items that I know I'm going to need. So like just recently I went to the store and I picked up my cream of mushroom soup, picked up my cream of chicken soup, because I need to have that stuff on hand. I know I'm going to need it. So like next week when I go, I'll pick up, you know, something else, just so that way I'm not last minute just in the store with everybody else trying to get all this stuff and then things are not there. So I like to pre-buy. That way I have it already on hand. So if there's anything that's, you know, last minute item for me to buy is my greens. I buy my greens 2 days before the day, or at least, 2 days before the day. And then, you know, I have my greens. Because a lot of times the stores will restock like that Monday. So I try to go Monday, Tuesday. I try to go early Tuesday, get my greens, because I'm normally starting to cook on that Wednesday. So that's how Boss Lady starts getting things together, guys. But one thing, like I said, I set my menu. I try to write down what my menu is going to be for that year, and then I look through and see, okay, how many eggs do I need? How much sugar do I need? You know, and I go line by line. Now, a lot of things that I cook, I now don't measure. So like sugar, on the other hand, you know, I'm not going to sit and say, oh, I need a cup of sugar for this, a cup of sugar for that. I'm just going to buy me a 5-pound bag and call it a day. And then as far as my butter is concerned, you know, I'm just going to get a big pack from Sam's Club, and then I know I got more than enough butter. Depending on where I am with eggs already, I may either purchase the eggs from Sam's and get the 2.5 dozen, or I'll just go to my local grocery store and just get, you know, 2 dozen or 1.5 dozen or something like that. So that's what I do to prepare. So I hope you like this video and you know, got a taste of how Boss Lady puts things in order. Next week we'll be talking about the cleaning, as far as, you know, what definitely needs to get done. you know, whether it's the stove, whether it's the fridge, things of that nature. Making sure you're getting the mopping done and, you know, vacuuming and straightening up and decorating, and, you know, but I don't think we're going to talk about decorating too much in that video, but still. So, hope you like this video, and please share it, and I'll see everybody in a new video. Bye-bye.